Hey guys, Deathwarrant here, and today, well, they just had a really nice Deepwoken update. Literally like 15 minutes ago, the update came out, and it's really nice. And yeah, so yeah, basically, I'm gonna be going through the highlights of the updates and telling you guys my opinion on the update and what I think could be changed or stuff like that. So yeah, let's get started. By the way, before we get straight into it, I'd like to ask you guys to subscribe and to join my Discord server in the description. I'm currently hosting a shadowed giveaway, and yeah, I mean, if you could get stuff for free, why wouldn't you? But yeah, let's get straight into the update. So the first thing and the main thing they added was card burning, and that was from Supa's suggestion that they added. Basically, by spending a burn point, you can now freeze a card in your hand. You can only have one frozen card at a time, and this card will appear in all subsequent hands until you either pick it off or freeze another card. This lets you hold on to cards you get in hands where you want something else in the hand more. Improving your ability to get the cards you want, you can freeze talents or mantras. Mantras will only appear in subsequent whisper hands, however, so freeze mantras with caution. Burns as a currency will now be renamed to aces. So yeah, burns are not going to be called burns anymore. So yeah, the next thing is they changed the base luck to 25%, which is I think 5%. I think the base luck before was 20%. But yeah, also they made it so the max luck is 45% instead of 43%, which is, I mean, that's nice. I like that. And then your current luck may change as a result of this update, which is good. Luck rewards have been added to a lot stronger enemies in the game, including some overworld mobs. Killing bosses now always grant you max luck. Oh shoot, that's really good. What the heck? And then this is like one of the biggest things here in my opinion. Engaged Thresher skills, aerial assault, and critical attack are now priority talents, meaning that the game will weight them very highly to get them into your hand if you meet the requirements, which is game changing. These a lot of people, like my build right now that I'm making, I might even stream this right after. I do not have engage and I'm like level 40, so this is really gonna help me. And I wasn't fighting too much because layer 2 is gonna come out soon. I was like, oh, I could just do the layer 2 quest to get engage, because I don't really care. I've been winning a lot of fights without engage, so I was like, whatever. But this is gonna really help me out now. And let's get into the content and systems. So they added an Enforcer Axe, unique critical. I haven't seen what that looks like yet, but that's probably interesting. They added Flame Leap, Reversal Spark has been reworked. They added, I mean, they changed Flame Leap. They added a new talent called Under the Radar. They added a new talent called Placebo Effect. They added Buff Pips, which, I mean, you could read that. I'll put it on screen for like a second. You could pause it if you want. I'm not going to go too in-depth into it because it's kind of self-explanatory. Basically, they added like different rarities for like individual, like, I don't know, it's pretty cool. And then they changed stat diversity on rings, ears, torso, and face equipment to make it like more diverse. They added so hovering over your current equipment will now show it as stats as a tooltip. And they made item type is now displayed with the icon next to the items and loot menu, and that they credited the person who suggested it. You can now slot an equipment item. You can now see the stats on the outfit, and everything else isn't too big. You guys can read it. I'll put it on screen. But yeah, let's get into the balancing. Silver stuff actually got really big, and this first balance change was big, crazy. So yeah, the first balance change, they made it so stun for being parried is decreased across the board. Parry stun length is now based on your weapon class. They should reward players for attempting an aggressive option when they know the opponent is going to feint. It's a pretty big change on how parrying works, so we'll be keeping a close eye on how it affects the meta. They made it so Ice Blade damage is decreased, and they also, they increased Ice Blade damage. They also increased fire gun damage, and they made it so the upgrades are more effective. They made Fire and Ice Servants attack faster, and they made Fire and Ice Servants increase damage. And then I don't even know what this means. They made Grasps and no longer teleports Hunter back until the target is out of combat. And they lowered Ferryman health. Justicar armor now has physical resistance too. Sorry, why was I saying? Justicar armor got reduced physical resistance to 35%, which is honestly, it's going to be kind of a controversial change, but they gave it ether regen, which is pretty good. They increased the elemental resistance of the Knave and War Chief, and the Chief's penetration of the armor was increased to 25%. Illusion Realm no longer works on giant mobs, which unfortunately means that the video I did on Permadon, the Permadon cheese a while back, that no longer works, which is kind of sad. They buffed the summon duration of Illusionary Servants, which is a nice buff to Vision Shaper, and they buffed Stealth, which is like, I don't know, no one cares about Stealth. And they made it so Grasp of Veilless Hunters now have a passive particle on them while they're in the hunt. Voidwalkers no longer have worst base reputation with the... Yeah, that's really good in my opinion. I like that because I have a Voidwalker account that I'm progressing right now. They reduced the amount of Grasp applications location to Etris and Vigils. I do not like that. And Grasp Hunters now start... Yeah, they nerfed... Voidwalker a decent amount, which I don't like because I'm a Voidwalker, but it's whatever. And they also made Mob Rides and Winds can now be parried properly, and they don't last so long. So yeah, it's just a good amount of stuff, and mainly the card burning, the card freezing, the luck changes, the parry changes, And like this is a really really nice update. They've added a lot. They've added a lot of stuff, but they also made like some really game-changing stuff happen. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the update. I personally think it's really really good. I love the freezing thing. And by the way, I did see this in general. I don't know if this works. I'm just gonna throw this out there that apparently, like, I don't, if this could change really quickly, but apparently if you get a legendary, you could freeze the legendary and then pick echoes, and you can literally get another legendary like really really quickly. But I don't know, I just saw that. I don't know, that's just out there. But yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next video. Subscribe please, and yeah, bye.